Today I've prepared a selection of the hottest releases, 15 brand new games for Nintendo Switch that you definitely don't want to miss. Here, you'll find something for every taste, from epic adventures to cozy stories, from dynamic battles to unusual experiments. So, make yourselves comfortable, hit that like button, and let's take a look together at the exciting new titles coming to the Switch very soon.
Deborah, now we've got Goma to deal with.
We got no choice but to toss him off his throne. We need a new king for the peace of the realm, and that new king is gonna be yours!
Step into a living tabletop diorama where the turtles trade their skateboards for strategy, and every fight unfolds like a board game come to life. Tactical Takedown transforms New York City's alleys into shifting arenas, where each turn is a dance of shells, strikes, and clever positioning. One moment you're spinning Michelangelo into a crowd, the next you're letting Donatello sweep the board with a perfectly timed staff strike, as the map itself morphs beneath your feet. Enemies leap in, the stage expands or contracts, and every match feels alive and unpredictable. It's tactical, stylish, and constantly evolving. An arcade brawl reimagined as a living board of strategy and chaos. This is pure, unfiltered ninja adrenaline. Ragebound throws you into razor-sharp 2D action where every move feels like a symphony of violence. You play as Kenji, apprentice to the legendary Ryu Hayabusa, navigating a world overrun with demons and demanding lightning reflexes. Combat flows like music, wall runs, dodge rolls, and mid-air guillotine slashes linked together into devastating combos. Then there's the Hypercharge, a finishing move so brutal it feels like punctuation at the end of a deadly sentence. Every button press carries weight. Every strike feels deliberate. It's fast, furious, and designed to keep your pulse in perfect rhythm with the blade. Middle-earth has never felt this peaceful. Tales of the Shire invites you to step into the life of a hobbit where the greatest challenge is deciding whether to tend your garden or prepare a feast at the Green Dragon Inn. You shape your hobbit down to the curl of their hair, settle into Bywater, and create a cozy new life filled with farming, cooking, and heartfelt connections. Host dinners, trade recipes, share stories, and forge friendships with characters like Rosie Cotton, while Gandalf himself might stop by for second breakfast. It's Stardew Valley with hobbits, brimming with rustic charm, warm aesthetics, and plenty of food to go around. Critics praise its cozy atmosphere and attention to detail, though some wish the journey lasted longer than its 13-hour story. Still, it's a charming retreat into a world where comfort, community, and tradition reign supreme.
Lots and lots of food. With the passage of time, explore is yours to shape. And no matter the season, Hobbit new moments to cherish. Tend to your
Ink drips, shadows stir, and the cartoons are anything but friendly. Bendy, lone wolf, casts you as Boris, the survivor in a studio haunted by ink-soaked nightmares. Every corner hides twisted creations, every corridor whispers with dread, and survival demands stealth, puzzles, and quick thinking. The game builds on the series' signature macabre charm, blending retro cartoon visuals with relentless horror. When August 15th arrives, players dive into this terrifying ink world digitally, while collectors can wait until October 24th for a physical edition to haunt their shelves. Creepy, nostalgic, and dripping with atmosphere. It's a survival horror where the paint never dries and the monsters never rest.
And fearing the ink demon.
Lose yourself in a dreamlike afterlife where memories slip through your fingers like smoke. Fay Falling is a turn-based RPG wrapped in dazzling pixel art and haunting atmosphere. You awaken as a soul with no past, navigating a surreal world where battles are more than fights, they're fragments of who you used to be. Spells burst from flicks of energy, minigames carry emotional weight, and every victory unlocks flashes of memory, piecing together the mystery of your existence. Critics celebrate its stirring soundtrack and poignant storytelling, though some note its mechanics can grow repetitive. But what makes it unforgettable is the way it lingers. A compact, affordable journey that feels like a whispered secret, urging you to experience it for yourself. On August 13th, this soulful odyssey opens its gates, small in scope but vast in heart. Imagine building your home on the back of a giant living creature as it wanders endlessly through a dangerous world. The Wandering Village is a city builder with a heartbeat, literally. You grow crops, manage resources, research technology, and protect your people, all while caring for Onbu, the colossal beast carrying your entire village across ever-changing landscapes. Toxic spores, shifting climates, and unknown biomes test both your survival skills and your bond with this gentle giant. After nearly 3 years in early access, the game's full 1.0 release brings new story content, biomes, trading systems, and hours of sandbox exploration. Reviewers say it's almost impossible not to form an emotional connection with Onbu. It's a rare blend of strategy, survival, and companionship that feels both cozy and epic at the same time.
Shift course now. We might.
The legendary RPG returns, polished and ready for a new generation. Neverwinter Nights 2, Enhanced Edition revives the classic 2006 adventure, now optimized for modern consoles with updated visuals, smoother controls, and every expansion included. You take on the role of the Shardbearer, a hero caught in a struggle against the looming threat of the King of Shadows. Along the way, you'll recruit allies, explore ancient dungeons, and make choices that shape the fate of Faerun. This edition bundles together the acclaimed Mask of the Betrayer, Storm of Zahir, and Mysteries of Westgate, delivering a complete D&D experience in one package. For longtime fans, it's nostalgia reborn. For newcomers, it's a chance to step into one of the richest fantasy worlds ever created.
None shall stand against us. You cannot stop me.
The saga continues as Goku faces his strangest journey yet. DAIMA, Adventure Through the Demon Realm. Part 1 takes Dragon Ball. Z, Kakarot into darker, uncharted territory, throwing you into a bizarre dimension filled with floating islands, twisted ecosystems, and demonic threats. Alongside allies like Shin, Glorio, and Pansy, you'll set out on a quest to find the Demon Dragon Balls and unravel secrets hidden deep within this strange new world. The DLC launches July 17th, with the physical DAIMA edition hitting shelves the very next day, bundling Part 1 and paving the way for Part 2 in early 2026. It's a surreal, lore-heavy expansion that blends classic Dragon Ball energy with fresh, otherworldly adventure. Step into a vibrant, nostalgic world inspired by the charm of a traditional Malay village. Upin and Ipin universe isn't about epic battles or saving kingdoms, it's about simple joys and heartfelt adventures. Built in Unreal Engine 5, the game captures every detail of kampong life, from bamboo bridges and swaying palm trees to the glow of fireflies at dusk. You'll join the twin brothers Upin and Ipin in cozy quests, fun minigames, and slice-of-life stories that celebrate family, tradition, and discovery. Whether you're fishing, cooking, racing, or helping neighbors, every activity carries the warmth of childhood. With over 12 hours of story content and full voiceovers in both Malay and English, this is a game that feels like home, gentle, nostalgic, and endlessly welcoming. Farming meets fashion in the pastel-colored charm of Cottonville. You inherit a small sewing shop and quickly realize your new life is stitched together from creativity and community. Grow cotton, mix dyes, craft fabrics, and design outfits for the quirky, adorable townsfolk who bring the village to life. With over 60 patterns and more than 120 outfit combinations, your atelier becomes a creative hub, blending farming sim comfort with fashion design flair. The world is soft, whimsical, and stress-free, perfect for players who want to relax while still expressing themselves. Reviews call it cozy, charming, and endlessly creative, a gentle escape where every stitch tells a story. For all the engineers, tinkerers, and physics fanatics out there, Bridge Constructor Studio is your playground. This is not just about building functional bridges, it's about creating wild experiments in design and then watching them either stand tall or collapse in glorious fashion. Originally launched in VR on MetaQuest back in December 2024, the game came to every major platform on July 17, 2025, letting you take on its challenges wherever you like. With 70 intricate puzzles spread across 5 distinct biomes, lush valleys, icy mountains, bustling cities.
Build smart, build bold, just build. Bridge Constructor Studio.
A lighthouse flickers at the edge of endless storms, and you are its keeper. Diluvian Winds casts you as caretaker of a sanctuary built atop cliffs, beneath waves, or even floating among the clouds, welcoming travelers who arrive by land, air, and sea. Together, you build, cook, and survive against the tides, weaving stories with every meal shared and every expedition taken. Its hand-drawn art makes it feel like a living storybook, one filled with quiet poetry and gentle strategy. After leaving early access on PC in 2024, the game now finds its home on consoles as of July 17, 2025. Perfect for curling up on the couch and tending your beacon. It's heartfelt, meditative, and carries the warmth of a campfire flame in the middle of a storm.
We build new buildings, develop new skills, and provide more manpower so that no one goes to bed hungry. We're holding on, and until the next storm.
Step into the shoes of the Lightbearer, your lantern, the only thing standing between hope and the choking miasma. Into the Emberlands is part survival, part exploration, and part cozy discovery. Every journey into the gloom is a chance to rescue Knacks, adorable creatures who help rebuild your village ember by ember. Procedurally generated landscapes keep every trip fresh, while the risk of losing your light adds tension to every decision. The game first arrived on PC in January 2025, but the Switch release on July 2, 2025, brings this soulful adventure into the palms of handheld players. With glowing reviews praising its atmosphere and charm, it's survival told through gentleness, a world built not on conflict but on the warmth of light. (1985) England. Velvet Island holds a secret, and private investigator Miles Wyndham is determined to uncover it. Dead of Darkness blends retro pixel visuals with Lovecraftian dread, pulling you into a survival horror where every shadow feels alive. Haunted by the loss of his daughter, Miles stumbles into a community hiding grotesque truths beneath its polite exterior. Ammunition is scarce, hallucinations twist reality, and every clue drags you deeper into a mystery where sanity is as fragile as your health bar. The PC version impressed critics with its atmosphere and narrative depth, but the console release on July 2, 2025, lets players carry its tension anywhere. It's horror distilled into pixel art, a nightmare wrapped in nostalgia.
Dawn is upon us.
Gather round the fire. It's story time, dungeon style. Tales from the Campfire expands Dungeons 4 with 4 mischievously twisted tales told to soothe the cries of Gorgu, the diaper-wearing evil. Each scenario is a dark comedy romp, stealing back a toy mirror, robbing a train in the Wild West, cooling down an angry volcano, and turning minions into a herd of chaotic sheep. The humor is sharp, the absurdity delightful, and the evil wonderfully tongue-in-cheek. But it's not just bedtime stories. You also gain 4 new powers for Thalia: Bad Air, Indomitable Horde, Hero Graves, and Dark Side, adding fresh layers of strategy to your dungeon mischief. Released in late June for most platforms and July 3rd for Switch, it's equal parts sinister and silly. The perfect bedtime chaos for aspiring overlords.
Good night.